great, you know. Anyways, they call me up now and they say, we just found out that you are actually the inheritor of $10 billion. I'm not doing shit else. Do you understand? I'm not doing shit else but waiting on my check and getting my flight tickets on Emirates to Ghana, West Africa. Thank you, please. Do you understand? I don't need to do anything else. What would I do? You understand? And of course, then after that, then I will be setting up funds, and I will start, you know, um, making avenues to distribute and share the money with my people directly, not through some damn charity. Like, we're going to give you the money to you in your hand, because I'm not going to need $10 billion. Nah, that's $10 billion to share with my people, period, the end. But my bigger point is that I wouldn't have shit else I need to do to get money. So, if you tell me that Christ died for all my sins, I don't need to do anything else. And chief of all, especially as an African, that means I can exact all the revenge that's in my heart upon the enemy of my people. Because I'm going to heaven anyway. So I don't need to live miserably here at their hands. You feel me? I can just go out and do whatever's in my heart. And get it over. And still go to heaven. According to them. But that's not the truth. That's not the truth. So they've placed this divide. So that they can have you live a godless life. Because they want to have a sinful existence. A sinful existence. Just whatever I want. Not what God has ordained. I get to do what I want. And freedom is their favorite word. Freedom. Well, I'm free simply because I exist. You don't give me any freedom. I exist. Therefore, I am free. I exist. Therefore, I am free. You don't give me no freedom. And you don't take my freedom. You see? So, this construct of religion is so that they can have a society that reflects their savagery and disrespect and disobedience of God. You understand? I contemplated the other day even. You remember that American Idol a few years ago, there was a kid named Adam Lambert. Probably the best male singer on the show, if not the best overall singer ever on the show, male or female. Like, he was just good. He's just good. Anyway, he was openly gay. And when it came time, he wasn't the winner. It was him and the other dude that nobody remembers. But Adam didn't win. When he was clearly the winner. In the minds of anybody. He won that damn contest. Period, the end. But they had this other kid that nobody remembers and nobody will ever care about, and who probably doesn't even have a career now. But Adam couldn't win. Stay with me. Then he gets a gig doing a performance at the American Music Awards, and he kissed one of his male dancers, and it was a scandal. He had press interviews that were lined up that week and the next day and all this stuff, and they canceled him because of this. They were so outraged. Yet now they're shoving this fucking LBGT stuff down our throat every goddamn day. Why didn't Adam win then? Why was his kiss of this dancer in his show? Why was that a scandal? Why? 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 Because they have now decided that the best way to further oppress and try to deny their crimes ongoing against African people is to always tie this LBGT stuff to the strife of African people. That shit will never fly with me. Your sleeping with somebody of the same sex is not any way comparable to the suffrage of African people on any fucking day from now to the end of eternity. Period. The damn end. You understand? Period. The damn end. Because if you don't tell me what you're doing, I don't know what you're doing. But you see my African face the moment I appear. You know who I am. But I bring this now because there's such a escalation of that. Yet, just as recently as whatever year that was that he did, and it wasn't that long ago, but that was a scandal. Now it's the order of the day. I bring that now also because this gay dude that's running for president, who doesn't have a chance in hell because he's running as a Democrat, black people are never going to vote for him because it's just anti-African. It has nothing to do with being homophobic or hating gay people or nothing like that, because many of us have gay people in our family. I certainly do. I've shared that with you. But this is something that has never been that goes over with African people. We're just not into that. We're just not as something to put up on some status. You understand? But why I mention it now is because he doesn't have a chance in hell. And at the same time they rolled out these impeachment hearings, poof, they go, he's pulled ahead in Iowa. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Bernie Sanders is leading in Iowa. That's the truth of it. You see? But they don't want Bernie Sanders because Bernie Sanders represents somebody who's going to actually do something for the people. That the government be exactly what it's supposed to be. Why have a government if you don't do shit for us? Throw out this thing that only white people say. Well, you don't want the government doing everything for you. Why not? They're taking my fucking taxes, then I should get something in return. Go to the you know, the what do you call it? The ticket box at the movie theater. Just go and just give them your money tomorrow or today when you finish watching the video. Just go and give them your money and just walk back to your car and drive off. You give them their money, you want to go see a movie. You see? You have parents. If your parents don't do anything for you, they say, what? Your parents are neglectful parents. They send CPS to your house. Or we're taking you in for child neglect. Huh? You have your children. You're supposed to do something for them. You're supposed to clothe them, feed them, and all that stuff. Teach them, send them to school, da 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 da. If you don't, they say you're a bad parent, and they send CPS to your house. So what's the government for if we're not supposed to get stuff? You see? But they're very good at having their own people to say that. And they're happy to say that because in their minds, they think that when the government does something, then we get something. And that's what they're really against. Because they weren't against the GI Bill when that was fucking formed. And Social Security and all the other stuff. And Medicare. That was all set up for white people. The New Deal that was it Eisenhower? Roosevelt. Anyways, the New Deal was not for us. It was for them. So they could get homes, and they established the middle class and all the other stuff, and they had it all. You see? So to this day, what that means, they're fine if we didn't exist. But they brought us here, and now they have to deal with our ass. You understand? So none of that stuff was for us. So yes, we want shit from the government. Period. The damn end. Otherwise, they should just go away. There should be no capital. There should be no government. There should be no president. We would just live on our own, which is what we should be doing any damn way, as just humanity. I don't need no damn president. I don't need no leader. I don't need that. God breathed life into me, and He put me on the earth. And He's put everything here that I need in order to be a full, entire person. Period. All I got to do is go and articulate it. So, don't give me that you don't want government in your lives, and you don't want well, I don't want government in my lives for bullshit they don't need to be in. But you're not going to take my textile and I don't get something in return. Like, I get shit, or otherwise you don't need to take my damn money. Period. You see? But they claim that this guy has pulled ahead in Iowa. And poof, the same day they said that, what did we have? The Soul Train Awards. And what did they open up with? A whole gay display. The category is, and it was all these whatevers. Because we don't know which ones were males and which ones were females. We don't know that. We just don't. You see? But that was the opening of the show. And that was on purpose. And these things are connected. Do you understand what I'm telling you? The impeachment hearings, this Buttigieg gay dude pulling ahead allegedly in Iowa, and the Soul Train Awards, because they need they need the black vote. No Democrat is going to be elected without the black vote. It won't happen. It won't happen. And they so desperately want a corporate candidate, they'll do anything not to have Bernie Sanders. And so they're escalating this thing to African people, which we will never accept. We just won't. We won't. He's not ahead in Iowa. And not only that, even if he were, there's Iowa, New Hampshire, Nevada, and South Carolina. Once you get to South Carolina, you're up against the black wall, homie. That's where you stop. You're not going no further. You're not. You're not. You'll remember that sniper fire Hillary asked. That's when she got so upset in South Carolina. When she, shame on you, Senator Obama, shame on you. Tried to claim he was playing the race card. No, the bitch just knew she had come up against the black wall, and now it's either going to be her or him. And he was a black dude, and he already won Iowa. So boom, we already saw white people vote for him. We knew he could win, and that was it. Go home, bitch. Go home. Go home. Bye-bye. You see? So they're testing now to see, can we? That's why they threw Kamala Harris in our face. She fell flat and failed. We don't want Kamala. We don't want her. She really ain't black enough. You feel me? Then, and I broke down her record on, her record as Attorney General out in California and stuff like that. It's not as bad as people were saying and all that kind of thing. And I tried to break it down, make a dissertation of it for you guys. It's here on the channel, whatever. But then add to that, she's got a white husband. You feel me? And she just we don't feel her. We just don't feel her. We don't feel her. You see? So that fell flat and failed. Anyways, I'm not trying to get too much into politics, but that's also part of it because, again, our government is run by white people. Don't matter how many black folks you got up there. You wouldn't be up there if you were me. You see? And when somebody even with a hint of me gets up there, you see what they do. You see what they're doing to Ilhan Omar, my Muslim sister, Salaam Alaikum. You see what they're doing to Alejandria Ocasio-Cortez. You see? These are people with fire in the belly. You see what they did with Keith Ellis, who was a Muslim. Huh? So, as long as you a spineless Christian with that go along to get along and don't confront massa and not willing to give your life and your last breath for what's right, you can be up there and be a part of the Congressional Black Caucus. You see? No problem. No problem. You see? But you will not be somebody like me and be anywhere near that. It won't happen. Won't happen. It won't happen. You see? They're looking for the spineless. The spineless. The spineless. That's who can be up there. And that's also part of our issue. You understand? But the government is run by white people. Wars have been caused around the earth by white people. African countries. Why there's even 54 countries in Africa is white people sliced it up into 54 countries. You understand? We just have to understand these things, everybody. From anything to anything. Hurricane Katrina, white people blowing up levees in New Orleans to flood the city. No hurricane hit them. It took a turn, just like Raymond or whatever this last hurricane was. They were bracing for in Florida, because my one of my best friends lives in Florida, and I was constantly on the phone with him, like, trying to moment by moment, and I was checking the weather report here, for there and all that kind of stuff, but it turned, so they didn't get it, and that's what happened with Katrina. She turned. New Orleans dodged a bullet, and then they blew up the levees. They blew up the levees to flood black people out. Evidence of their crime is all the energy they put into not letting those people return. If you really weren't guilty of this, then why do you have such a problem with people returning? Huh? They dispersed them out across the country. You see? This is the cause of the problem of humanity on earth, everybody. From toxic waste to chemtrails, when you see those non-clouds in the sky, they're just spreading and spreading, and they're not clouds. Those are chemicals that white people are spraying. You can go and look up chemtrails. Go Google it. Chemtrails. It's a real thing. It's not a secret. A lot of people know about it. You understand? Prince spoke about it even. Probably one of the reasons why he's not with us anymore. Among the reasons. This is the people that are causing it. This is the people. You understand? This is the people. The IRS is not a federal agency. White people stealing the money of the poor. Making you pay tax. Which, by the way, is against every so-called religion on earth. It's known as usury. Muslims, we don't charge interest or tax on anything. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to charge tax or interest on anything. And we can't receive tax or interest. So somebody says, Jedi, can I borrow $20? I'll pay you $25 back. No, you can't. You can't. You can only give me my $20 back. And oh, by the way, if I have the $20 and it's not going to cause me a hardship, I need to just give it to you. I can't even loan it to you. I have to give it to you. And if it's going to cause me a hardship and I say I really have to have it back on Friday, if you have a hardship and come to me and say, I just don't have it yet, I must allow you time to pay me back. You see, the divine is perfect. 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 But they've established exactly the opposite as the norm. As God has said to all of mankind in the Quran, that which is wicked will be normal to them. We're living that prophecy right now. Living it. Because everything is wicked. Everything is wicked, and you are made to believe that that's normal. It's normal. And I'm here to say it's not normal, but I'm also here to identify who is responsible for this abnormality. It is white people. It is white people. It is white people. Whatever you want to say, And this isn't about convincing you that they're bad. You don't need to accept that. But you need to be aware that, yeah, they really are the people causing all the shit. That's just the fact. And then you can make your evaluation whether you think they're bad or they're the devil and everything else. But we're here to lay out the facts and say, this is the perpetrators of X, Y, and Z. This is who it is. This is the face of it. This is the face of it. There's a song that I want you all to go and watch as part of your homework. There's a guy by the name of Jackson Brown. Is it Jackson Brown or Alan Jackson? Check both of them. It's either Alan Jackson or Jackson Brown, y'all. But he has a song called Lives in the Balance. You need to hear that. You need to hear that. Lives in the Balance. I think it's Jackson Brown. Damn it. You need to hear it. Anyways, I mention it now because he has a part in there where he says, I want to know who the men in the shadows are. I want to hear somebody asking them why. They can be counted on to tell us who our enemies are, but they're never the ones to fight and to die, and there are lives in the balance. Dun, dun. There are people under fire. There are children at the cannons, and there is blood on the wire. It's a beautiful song, y'all. I've been waiting for something to happen for a week or a month or a year. Read the blood in the ink of the headline and the sound of the crowd in my ear. You may ask what it takes to remember when you know that you've seen it before. How the government lies to a people, and the country is drifting to war, and there's a shadow on the faces of the men who send the guns to the wars that are fought in places where their business interests run. It's a beautiful song. I don't know it. You got it. That's your fucking homework. Lives in the balance, bitches. And you'll report back in the comments that you heard that song, and you will tell me your feelings on it. It's amazing. Lives in the balance. Jackson Brown, I think is his name. Jackson Brown. I'm gonna have to look it up. Hold up, y'all. I'm a chance pausing this. Okay, yeah, it is Jackson Brown, everybody. And apparently the song was written in 1986. But you won't think that when you hear it. It's so right now and forever. Like, wallahi, it is. But, you need to go and hear that. I became aware of the song probably back in like 2005-ish or something. The song is very powerful. It's called Lives in the Balance by Jackson Brown. But I mention it because of that line. I want to know who the men in the shadows are. I want to hear somebody asking them why. They can be counted on to tell us who our enemies are, but they're never the ones to fight and to die, you know? I love that. We as non-white people, all of us, whether you're Arab, Asian, Latino, Samoan, Aborigine, American Indian, it doesn't matter. All of us need to get about the understanding of who is causing our shit. You understand? Voter suppression. White people denying the vote to people of color. It's not just voter suppression. You understand? Oh, voting machines are down. White people creating machines that are meant to screw up the election. Anything we want to name, you can always. Let me introduce another word here for you to contemplate as we go through this. Pathology. That's what I want you to start doing from now on. When you hear about any event or headline, in fact, let me just pull up MSN and just see what's on it, and I will just start itemizing. This will be a good illustrious way to do this. I want you to start, when you hear any headline or anything like that from now on, I want you to stop and say, wait, let me do the pathology and see who is doing this. Who? Because it will always go back to a white hand. That's what I'm trying to express. And we don't have to like it, and white people don't have to like it, but damn it, it's the truth. And if you don't want this to be the truth, you need to get about the business of changing your damn behavior. Period. And for all of the whites who hear me, who say, well, that's not me, well, you're part of the group that does this. You see, 10 people walk into a bank, one guy robs it, they all came in together, they're all going to jail. Period, the end. The FBI doesn't want to hear anything else. You were here, you were with them, you're guilty too. Done. Such shall be the case. You understand? It's only when it comes to white people we're supposed to parse out. We're not doing any parsing. That's not our charge. We don't have to do that. It's too much work. We don't need to. Well, impeachment hearings. Well, that's white people. Racist, white devil-ass president, criminal. Every day of his presidency has been a scandal. People being arrested, going to jail, being murdered in jail, etc., etc. People quitting, being fired. Everything is a scandal. Every single day of his presidency has been a scandal. Yet white people were imagining their own evil and trying to place that upon Barack Obama. You see, they were just telling on themselves. The nightmarish things they were trying to dream for Obama, their own white ass president is doing now, and he's the white president. He's not the president of anybody else, and he makes that very clear, and they know it. Well, let's just look at some random things. Oklahoma Walmart shooting. Man shot wife, her boyfriend, and himself. White people shooting themselves and their family at Walmart. Period. The end. Uh, Vegan sues Burger King over meatless Whopper. We're sure that was a white person. You see. Halle Berry slightly injured while filming movie. We're sure it was white people did something that injured Halle Berry while filming a movie. I'm not being ridiculous. I'm just telling you the damn truth. Um, Interesting. Help Feeding America break the cycle of poverty. Poverty being caused by white people. I just saw recently on The Real. You guys know that's my favorite talk show. Sometimes they do this segment where they show a celebrity wearing something, and then Jeannie will break down what they're wearing in the picture and tell you the cost of it, and then they have some model come out. They say, but we've recreated the look for you so that you can afford it. I think it was one of these Kardashian bitches. By Allah, I swear, the purse she was carrying was $46,000, everybody, for a damn purse. Hear me. The purse was $46,000. There's people homeless, do you understand me? A 46, it was, but I go, she must be saying it wrong. She must be reading the prompter wrong. There can't be a purse that costs that. There can't be. I've heard of purses that are even $5,000 and all the bullshit, but I go, she must be reading it wrong. It's still a ridiculous price, but she must be reading it wrong. And she said the name was Hermes. Yeah. And I went and looked it up, and I almost fainted and had to be put on medication and watched closely by a team of professionals. I couldn't believe it. It literally was $46,000 for a fucking purse. I'm over it. Wow. I can't. Um, it's not giving me the main stuff, y'all. I'm trying to get the main thing so I can just scroll through their top stories and see. Um, because this will be a real-time way to illustrate everything I'm trying to say in this damn video. You understand me? You know, I'm trying to get across to you the hand that is behind um, here's a story. The income it takes to be at the poverty level in each state. There should be no poverty. You understand? Because the divine has, but you don't know this because they've taken away what is real and given you this false Christianity thing. What you don't know, the divine has provided for all of his creatures, and so he has instructed those of us who know that you are supposed to give away your excess wealth. That means you can have a nice house and a car and the little stuff that you want and need. And then you don't just have stuff just stacked up. You don't just have, offshore accounts and shit. You should give that to your next door neighbor and the man on the street and people you hear about and stuff. You go and give. You go and give. You don't buy a $46,000 fucking Hermes bag. You go and find somebody who on their last leg and about to be evicted. You say, here my sister, here you go. For you and your family. That $46,000 could have bought a few cars, a house, some houses, a fucking purse. I'm over it. She should be arrested they should be arrested for selling that. And I'm sure Hermes is somebody white. You see? Um, Again, more people going to jail from his damn administration. Okay, I'm going to have to go down to news because they're not giving me it in the main feed right now. Judge declines to expunge records in ex-Chicago cop Dante Servin's controversial something. I'm not going to click on it. You see what I'm saying? But we know the hand that's behind that. Here's somebody by the name of Barr saying the Democrats are trying to sabotage the presidency. White people charging people with sabotaging presidency. White people sabotaging presidency. You see what I'm saying? Anything you're gonna look at. Um, um, Here's a story on America's largest military bases. You see, again, this is the only nation that has military bases all across the freaking earth. You understand? At least 175 military bases for what? White people trying to conquer the entire earth and all of humanity. Look, protect yourself from popular gift card scams. White people doing gift card scams. No question about it. This gay dude, Buttigieg, surge shakes up Democratic race. You see, white people trying to control the election and trying to have an outcome that's not the will of the people. You understand what I'm telling you? Early signs of Alzheimer's disease, Alzheimer's and dementia direct causation from eating pork products. Everybody, I did a whole video here on the channel about the I said there's over 75 diseases and ailments that are directly tied to eating pork, and among them I showed you the MRI scans of brains of people who eat pork. When you do an MRI scan, their brain, you see little dots that look like a starry night. Those are parasites on the brain from eating pork. You understand? The Muslim does not eat pork. And it's even in your damn Leviticus in your damn Bible that you're not supposed to eat it. But remember, you can just do anything because Master's already told you that some man came and died for you and for all your damn sins, and that you're definitely going to heaven. And you should be especially insulted by that as an African person, because this prophet, the son of Mary, was sent only to African people. Nobody else can make a claim. Again, white people trying to latch themselves onto our prophet and try to use that as some lie that they think will scapegoat them into paradise, and it will not. The man never said, I am the Son of God. He never said, I came to save all humanity. He never said, I'm God comes to man. He never said it. He never said it. Again, Alzheimer's being caused by white people perpetrating pork upon the planet and humanity. Um, um, and I also want to say to that point, too, as I'm scanning for more indictments, you know, because I said this in previous work, there is no prophet that's ever been sent to white people. Ever. Ever. When you look at all the prophets and characters and personalities mentioned in the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, none of these people are them. There are no white prophets. No book or prophet has been sent to white people. That's a fact. That's a fact. Oh, that's why you have the Mormons. My bad. I'd like to buy a vowel, Alex. Could I just get... Oh, y'all out of vowels again? You see, that you can't get a vowel. I can't even get a vowel. But I'm just telling you, like, because what's this guy, John Smith or something? Like, it's a whole thing. I have a Mormon Bible here. Just so y'all know I'm not lying. Hold up. I don't got the rig. The Book of Mormon. Because I tell you, the Jedi is not afraid of anything. Nothing challenges my belief. It only strengthens it. You understand? You can see here on the channel, I have videos where I've contrasted the Quran and the Bible. I have 3 Bibles. I have my King James is in my nightstand drawer over there, and my Living Word Bible is over there as well. It might be in the living room. I have the Mormon. I'm just saying, like, I know the things of which I speak, everybody. That's why usually when I talk to Christians, they're not equipped, they're not even qualified or eligible to stand in front of me and have a conversation about divinity and theology. They don't know anything about their own book. They don't know anything about their own faith. They don't know anything about anything about anything. All they do is get upset and worked up. They're the first ones to get upset and worked up when you discuss religion, because they don't have the tools. They just don't. They just don't. They just don't. You understand? But again, there's no prophet or book that's been sent to these people. You hadn't thought about that before I said it. What else? Children are being locked away alone and terrified in schools across Illinois. No doubt, white people locking up children across Illinois. No question. No question. And, it's interesting, too. I want to say this inspiration just came to me right now. You know, uh, Christmas is around the corner. I'm over it. And two things I want to say about that. First, I'll say the thing that first came to me. And then I'll say the other thing. Obviously, as a Muslim, I don't celebrate Christmas. You understand? But as Muslims, we find no contradiction in giving gifts any time of year. You know, so I give people gifts and I receive gifts. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not doing it because it's Christmas. You know, and I probably won't wrap it in Christmas paper and all that stuff. I just give you a gift. I love those gift bags, by the way. I'm just one of those people. I love a nice gift bag, and then you put the tissue paper in it, that like tissue packing paper stuff, and then I love giving gifts in that way to present like that. I love that. I love that. But anyway, I mention it because there there is a Christmas song that I love. It's called "What Child Is This?" What child is this? And why I cite it now on my tangent about a prophet not being sent to white people and this whole fiction of Jesus being the Savior of the world and the Son of God and all of it is because I look hideous and I need to die off. Oh my God. Nothing can be done. It can't be helped, Jedi. They've done all they can do. There's nothing we can't. Okay, fine. Anyway, I cite it now because this song only refers to Isa as the son of Mary. That's its focus. There's times when it says the King of Kings and Christ and all, but it keeps saying the son of Mary, the son of Mary. And in Islam, we know him as Isa ibn Maryam, Jesus, the son of Mary. You understand? Alayhi salam. So, in fact, let's just pull up the lyrics. This video is all over the place now, y'all. I don't care. I'm in bed and I'm comfortable. And then I'll come back to this. But I want to pull up the lyrics now. What child is this? Lyrics. I always tell you something can be right in front of your face and you don't see it. Right in front of your face and you don't see it. And this is one of those instances. Because this is a Christmas song. What child is this? And by the way, Mary J. Blige does this song.
Here are the lyrics for the song.
I know, Heffa. Okay, fine. Mary J. Blige did this song with Andrea Bocelli. And it gives you chills. But you have to see it when they did it on Oprah. Because any other time it won't. You have to go and find when she did it on Oprah. Because Mary is, at one point when he's holding out this note, some note he holds out, and then she comes in, what child is this? Oh my God, it takes you to the moon. Anyways, what child is this who laid to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping, whom angels greet and anthems with anthems sweet, while shepherds watch are keeping. I'm going to discredit that in a minute, but we'll go with it. While shepherds watch are keeping. So bring him incense, gold, and mirth. Come, peasant king, to own him. The King of kings salvation brings, so let loving hearts enthrone him. This is Christ the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him, Lord, the babe, the son of Mary. I'm out of tune right now because I'm not hearing it in my head. But anyways, just so I can give you a little bit of the jingle so you know, oh, that's the song he's talking about. Because if I just read it, you probably don't recognize it. But even when it starts, what child is this who laid to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping? So you know it now. All right. The babe, the son of Mary. Oh, raise a song on high. His mother sings a lullaby. Joy, oh joy, for Christ is born, the babe, the son of Mary. This is Christ the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him, Lord, the babe, the son of Mary. What child is this who laid to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping? This is Christ the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him, Lord, the babe, the son of Mary. And then it goes on, the babe, the son of Mary. And then the final line, the son of Mary. Like that's the final line. Mira. You see? So, it should just be called the Son of Mary, but my point is it's right in front of you. They never say, God comes as a man, the Savior of the world, the Son of God. Not even the Son of God. They say the Son of Mary. Continuously, it's the Son of Mary, the Son of Mary, the Son of Mary, the Son of Mary, the Son of Mary. That's who he was, the Son of Mary. And he was in Israel. He was from amongst the Israelites, sent only to the Israelites. African black people. Period. The end. That's not up for debate or discussion, everybody. Damn it. You understand? This is why. That's why I always say Christianity is so basic to me. It's so easily challenged and defeated. So easily. That alone, like these are the questions I would ask if I was a Christian. That's why I'm not a Christian. I've told you guys I'm not a Muslim because I was born Muslim. Fine, I was born Muslim, but I'm Muslim now because when I was old enough to go and make my own journey to find out, well, I'm Muslim, but is this really the truth though? You can discredit Christianity like that, and this is just one example. If you just isolate and go, wait, it even says in the Bible, I was sent only to the lost house of Israel. That's it. It's the whole thing. I was not sent to the Gentile. I wasn't sent to nobody else. Sent to the house of Israel. The Israelites. That's it. That's it. That right there should stop you from this. Well, he died for all of us. No, he didn't. He came to confirm the law. That's always been since Adam. To put our black asses back on track. That's it. And to bring the good news of the one who would come after him. You ask Christian, you go, what's the first miracle of Jesus? They start looking around. They go, well, he turned water to wine. No. He didn't turn water to wine because since Adam, it's been forbidden for mankind to drink wine. Jesus didn't drink no wine. So why would he be turning water to wine? That's a contradiction. You see, it can't happen. God is consistent, everybody. He's consistent. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. It's not just for glamour. He's showing you consistency. Spring, summer, fall, and winter. Consistency. Anything you want to look at. Birds fly north at a certain time of the year. Consistency. Flowers bloom at a certain time. Consistency. Where are you getting this inconsistency stuff? The moment it's inconsistent, you know it's not from God. The moment there's an inconsistency, you go, it's not from God. It's not from God. It's inconsistent. The moment it's inconsistent, it's not from God. That should be one of your barometers for what's truth and what's from the divine. That should be one of your barometers. Do you understand me? So, that right there is an inconsistency. I'm sent only to the house, the lost tribe of Israel. That's it. Well, but wait, there was Paul on the way to Damascus. That's an inconsistency, which means immediately that's a lie. Then we add to that what's knowable history. We know that Paul did not exist, never met Isa ibn Maryam, never met him, couldn't have smelled his breath, never prayed with him, never ate with him, never walked with him, never talked with him. You see? But they've allowed you to build your entire faith on this. And I'm here to ring the alarm to give you an opportunity to save your own self. Because you won't be able to say to the Maker on the great day, well, they're the ones that told me that. You'll be able to say that had you not been exposed to the Jedi. Because God knows what you've heard. It's like when you raise a child. They say, I didn't know. You say, I told your ass this already. But if you didn't tell them, you don't punish them. No, I hadn't told him that. That's why I didn't punish him, because he didn't know. But the next time you do it, you in that ass. And the whole time you hit him, you say, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? That's what I see from my grandma. Every time I rarely got whooping jaw. I could count them on one hand and have fingers left. But it was, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you?